Hello, hello, hello. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying something new and it's not working. Uh, Maybe. I'm still getting an echo. I have a new camera set up, you guys, and welcome. But I thought that one was muted totally. And I've got the mic off, but I can still hear myself over there. Ah, so annoying. Well, let me welcome each and every one of you. I'm not close to that one right now, so maybe I won't be able to have that camera over at the new Cricut. So, good evening, Sissy, Joanne Stevens, and to everyone in the chat. I would like to welcome those of you in the bushes, the moderators, family members, friends and family, members of the GQUAT Friends and Family Club, and those, did I say the bushes? Just everybody, everybody, everybody. So excited. I just talked to my grandson. Today is his birthday, and he's 29 years old. I will give a chance for others to get in. I see there are three people here. Let me see if we have three thumbs up. Trying to figure out. Oh, excuse me, Hershey. No. Okay. Oops, that's not working. Okay, you guys, hold on one second. I have to unplug myself from everything. Okay. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I think I fixed what was going on with the other camera. I actually don't move, don't move, don't move. Okay. So this new high tech stuff, y'all, don't get old. Juanita Campbell, thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Your package did go out in the mail today. As a matter of fact, all of the packages from the big 2K celebration are out, as well as my mother's 93rd birthday gift, which she's not going to get in time for her birthday because her birthday was 3 weeks ago on September 1st. But mother, it's on the way to the long armor. And what else? He's not in here now, but Mike's chaotic gardening. His package went out in the mail. I'm looking at stuff. Donzel Cooper, hello, 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 and welcome, 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 everybody, everybody. Appreciate. each and every one of you. So, I don't know why Verizon's sending me messages. I'm busy. So, I'm turning up the light on this one so that I can see the chat. I've got a new camera that I will be trying to show you guys later on over at the Cricut cutting machine. Have a little project that I'm going to do today. Actually, a mixed media project. So, get my do not disturb on so nobody tries to call me. And let me see what's going on in the chat. So you guys, have any of you, Joanne Stevens says I'm loud and clear. Okay. I see last week. So let me go to the live today. Boy, I tell you guys, don't get old. No, what I'm going to tell you is keep on living. So I'm trying to click on it. I guess I have to close that one. Trying to see the chat on my cell phone to see what you guys are saying. Live. It's not letting me do it. I don't know. Manage devices. Let me try again, you guys. If not, I will just not try to look at the chat in here. Oh, there we go. If all fails, try again. Okay. Here we are. Yay! We did it. We did it. I'm back in my usual control chair. Dolores is saying hello there in the chat for those of you who miss Dolores. And the denim jacket in the back, for those of you who were inquiring about it, I do have a deposit on it, and it should be going out by Christmas. I say that because I want to tell each of you that if you're interested in buying one of the larger items, one of the other things that I do take payments for quilts. A lot of you are interested in quilts. Maria Graham generously donated a patchwork quilt for the 2K giveaway. And yeah, so how many of you are doing your fall planting? Those of you who live where it's fall, Auntie Joanne Stevens is actually planting sweet potatoes. Donzel Cooper is saying, hi, Aunt Ellen. Hello, Juanita. Auntie Joanne Stevens is speaking to you, Juanita. And Juanita, I don't know if I told you, but the North Carolina homestead we had was one county away from you for 40 years in Warren County, North Carolina. And I went through your town many, many times on my way to Raleigh. There was in Raleigh a quilt shop. Well, no, it was a no, it was a machine shop where they sold the high end machines, the embroidery machines. I used to go to Raleigh for line dancing, not line dancing. Chicago step. Yeah, step to the left, step to the right, and we used to do our little stuff. And a funny story, we used to ride with one of my buddies who taught cosmetology at the Vance Granville Community College. Well, that dude, his driving was so scary. You know how everybody calls shotgun or tries to get in the front seat, everybody would be arguing over who was going to be in the back seat, the back seat when we rode with him. But it was a lot of fun. And he owned a hair shop in this town, a small town called Henderson, North Carolina, that was between Warrenton, North Carolina, where our property was for 40 years, and then Henderson was the next big town where you could find like Walmart, or you could go to someplace like South Hill, Virginia, or Rocky Mount, some of the surrounding towns, North Carolina, to get the things that you wanted. Oh, Joanne said today it's going down in the grow bag. So, my sister Joanne Stevens is not a traditional food gardener, but she's food gardening now, and well, I take that back. For the last 15 years, she has a mini orchard in her yard. She has a huge Meyer lemon tree, and she has a huge orange tree. She has orchids. There's a jacaranda tree out front. She has drip irrigation, but Hurricane Sissy came out there, I don't know, a couple years ago, and we filled up, maybe it was 2018, a 100-pound gallon grow bag. And we used the hugelkultur method. Psalm 146, welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you for coming. So Auntie Joanne got these expensive organic sweet potatoes, and guess what happened? The potatoes started budding, and she didn't want to eat them, so she stuck them in a glass of water. For those of you growing sweet potatoes the first time, even though they sprout, you don't stick the potato in the ground. You take the sprouts off and put them in a glass of water, and when the sprouts get roots, then you put them in the grow bag. So I think that grow bag is going to have a lot of company. And she calls me the other day talking about adding to the bag and composting. So there happens to be a Tractor Supply right not too far from here from her, one of the places we go shopping, Juicy Lips. And yes, it's going down, going down. I'm so proud of you, Sissy. She also is quilting now. She got her little black featherweight machine that she's had at least 12, 14 years, because it came from the Habitat Restore in Warren County, North Carolina. And I found it. It didn't have the bag that goes to it. And those little Singer machines, those little antique ones, after World War II started, I think around 1943, they didn't make the pretty scroll plate ones anymore. They all have the straight plates. So I have like two, three, two now, because I sold one with the scroll plate, but hers is a pretty one. And she took it out. She says, "Oh, look, it has a perfect stitch." Well, I took the perfect featherweight to the perfect sewing machine mechanic and to the perfect house. Yes, it works perfectly. It works perfectly. So, how many of the rest of you all are planting a fall garden? Are any of you participating in the collard and something contest that Tina, the New Orleans gardener, talked about last night on her live? I either saw the replay or was in the bushes waking up watching on TV, but I did see part of it. Not sure if I'm going to participate, because now is a time of year where all of, well, not so many pest pressure, but there is some pest pressure. Psalm 146 at her. She sent me some beet seeds and some I shared with my sister Joanne Stevens. She can actually grow some out there. And she has this refurbished wheelbarrow that is planted, that can be planted now. And for those of you in zones like she's in zone Arizona 9B, you can plant beets and carrots and radishes and sweet potatoes. Auntie Joanne says she sews like a charm. Francesca, good and beautiful afternoon, Sister Auntie Ellen. Thank you for coming, Francesca. I did get to see a lot of you and Yankee Sister yesterday. I didn't want to interrupt, so I sat there. Quiet Hershey. Darth X, hi. Everyone, fall garden, yes. Your broccoli is huge. You haven't dropped your collard seeds yet. Well, now is when here in Connecticut 6B, because the nearby farms, after they finish their crops, like the commercial farms, crafting on a dime with Shay Shay. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome each and every one of you. So, I today and yesterday have been reading about this Cricut machine. And now, since she's in here, I understand why Psalm 146 said about the cardstock because there are different settings, but we'll get to that in a minute. Juanita Campbell said the first time she tried to, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you because, yeah, that's what you would think. She put the whole potato in the dirt. But not to worry, Juanita Campbell, all the farms around you, I used to just go, excuse me, my allergies, and the nearby farms around me because I lived on 4 acres. That was nothing compared to the farms. And the farms around me used to sell their crops to the local stores as well as the Warrenton, the town 12 miles from me, they to their farmers market. And people would come get the potatoes from them, excuse me, and go sell them in town. Well, I would have like 5 gallon buckets of cured sweet potatoes. You have to cure them after you pick them, you guys. You have to set them on the table, let them dry for a while, and it makes them sweeter. So my neighbors used to go and drop them off. They would go, it wasn't that far, this area of North Carolina where the homestead was, it wasn't too far from the North Carolina shore. Well, if you ever look at a map coming from Canada, the Darth X area, Nova Scotia, down to Florida, if you look at that east coast of the United States, well, if you're coming, okay, well, we'll start in the north where I am and where he is, where I was raised and where I am now. Juanita Campbell says, Darthex says he has not been successful growing sweet potatoes yet. Yet. I like that. Yet. Because yet means we're still trying. We're still trying. I don't know about me because the garden I have now in Connecticut is a oh, what do you call it? Oh goodness. Don't get tired, you all. It is a a shared garden and it's nearby. So and the piece that I have is very, very shady. It has a building on one side and trees on two sides, but I'm still happy. I don't pay very much for it, and it's still there. So going back to the coastline of the United States, coming from Canada on the right hand side, or Boston, those places, and coming down, the coastline goes in like towards until you get to DC, through New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland. and then Virginia, North Carolina, but it starts going way out. And when you get way out, the lighthouse in North Carolina is the furthest east on the coastal United States. And when you get out there, you can actually fly from like the DC area where I went to school when I went to college to Florida, and you're actually over the ocean most of the time when it comes in. Francesca's saying, "How is everybody tonight?" Well, we're good. We're good. I spent so much of the night reading about the Cricut. I actually have a project. So I want to talk about, because I won't be on too long tonight. It's 6:16. I wanted to give people a chance to get in. We have 10 people in. I hope we have 10 thumbs up. We have 9. Oh, that's okay, because I'm probably 2 of them, because I logged in through YouTube on my iPad, but I have the iPad set up as a camera. I'm on the phone and I'm using the computer for a basic camera. So quickly, I want to show you guys something. The blocks that I showed you, I'm in a challenge with, I'm in a challenge for doing strip quilts. You're new to the Cricut family, Shay Shay, but there's so much you can do with it. Yes, I will be doing a few things. I will be making collages. Maria Graham was late out in the garden. Good for you. Good for you. And welcome, welcome, welcome. If Miss Shirley is in the bushes somewhere, Maria Graham has sent your quilt that you won first prize in the GQuat 2K giveaway. So I think I showed you the four, not the 4 blocks that I completed this week, because my sister was talking about, yeah, this is what happened. I showed you guys these on Thursdays, but I have a total of 8 blocks done, and I just quickly want to share what they are, excuse me, and to show you that this beautiful, one of a kind denim uptown jacket does have a deposit. I'm leaving it up there for in case any of you want to take a Zoom class on it. Email me at ellenpankey@gmail.com, and we can do that. It's a little bit more than you could do on a live or something like that. So let me show you the other blocks. The other blocks. You see, I didn't have to turn sideways. I've got the computer fully charged. Okay, Shay Shay. So here, here is, and we'll get into the Cricut in a minute, because there are different sliding pads that you use for different things, and I do know which ones they are. I've been studying. So as you see, here's one of the blocks that I did this week. And no 2 blocks on this entire quilt. There will be 5 blocks this side going left to right or right to left. And this quilt will have 6 blocks going down. Each one of these blocks is about 12.5 inches. You love that block, Shay Shay? They're crazy, crazy blocks. And here's the next one that I worked on this week. I do like a lot of animal print. So I did have a lot of animal print scraps in there, and I just wanted to mix and match some of my better scraps for my quilts with like all my batiks and coordinated fabrics. I gave them away. I didn't know how to make scrap quilts. When I started quilting at age 50, I took all these classes. I have been busy. I have been busy, Francesca. I took all these fancy classes, all these kinds of fancy classes. They took all my money. I was spending $200, $300 a month for these different groups and classes I was going to and all the fabrics. I would go sometimes in North Carolina out near Charlotte or going towards South Carolina. There were these big fabric shops. I would go there and I would budget like $500 and then end up spending $600. It would be like a 5 hour drive to little south of the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and then just over the border or just before you got to South Carolina. Okay. I want to pull this down just a little bit, just a little bit. So, and then you can turn these blocks when you set them up any which way. So, if I had like these block, a block over here, and so see, I'm not going to put a sashing in. I'm going to put them next to each other, next to each other, next to each other, because I want to make a grid. Like you see this one, if I put it, I'm going to split it like on my chest and put this one next to this one. You see how they're going up, down, every which way. So this will be quite some quilt. So I've got 8 blocks of 30. You can sew them together and make a skirt, Francesca. In fact, Auntie Joanne has a skirt that I had. It was called a peasant skirt, and it had all pieces of batiks sewn together in 3 layers. Hey, Sonia, just gifted. Thanks for coming. Thank you for coming. And it was so full, so beautiful. As most of you guys can see, my sister is much smaller than me, so this skirt didn't fit. I have a small waist, but big hips. Big, big, big hips. Yes, it can get expensive, Shay Shay. You're spending a lot learning all the crafty things. But you know what you have to do? You have to put a budget. Like, it could be $20 a month. But what you do with that $20, you go to secondhand stores. You go where the linens are, where the crafts are. Unbiased LLC goes and buys quilts that grandma went to heaven and left in the house. The kids didn't want it. They just dumped them at Goodwill. Goodwill didn't know the value of these hand piece quilts. When I was in Arizona in last November, you should see what Auntie Joanne got. Hand stitch, hand applique for $4. $4. Hold on, see, I have 2 more blocks, and I remember where each of these pieces, so the pieces that I left for scraps for a scrap quilt, I put in a box. And some of these I inherited from my friend's grandmother, who was one of the ones that showed me how to put the quilt sandwich together. Tina, the New Orleans gardener, we were just talking about you and the collard and cabbage contest. I know I'm not saying it right. And who is planting? And some of the people in here are planting their greens out there. I haven't gotten out there yet. I'm still harvesting my summer things because for me here in Connecticut 6B, I'm just getting them in. I just got my white eggplant a couple weeks ago. There are still some herbs out there. I'm planting more herbs and perennials, echinacea. I harvested some so that I could use the seeds and share them. Butternut squash. I just chopped open my butternut squash I had from last year. New Orleans gardener, everyone speaking. Joanne Stevens, my sister, is saying hello. And here is the 8th block, which is how I remembered that I didn't show it to you because my sister had seen it on a sister chat. And this one she thought looked like an eye. It's actually, I don't know what, it's a piece of African fabric. It does look a lot like an eye. And I had some fabrics that were hand carried from Senegal and Gambia when my church from Connecticut, my sister and I grew up in Connecticut. Both of our grandmothers are buried here in Connecticut. One grandfather is buried in North Carolina, where the family came from. Thank you. We have spent a lot of summers together. And then the other grandfather is buried in Pennsylvania, where my mother came from. So my grandfathers wanted to go back at the end of their days to where they grew up and where their feet touched the soil in the south, and one was in the south, one was in the north, and both of my grandmothers are buried here in Connecticut. I can go to their grave site. So this block is so interesting because this is a piece of an old shirt. This is actually the shirt that's I cut up to go in ARD's quilt. This one I want to show you, Psalm 146. Look at this block up close. Do you guys see the block with the daisy in it and the cherries, like with this strip and strip down here? This was a fat quarter of a yard of fabric that Psalm 146 sent me, and I cut it up. I knew I was going to put it in this quilt. Old fashioned purple and white stripes like the ticking. This is some of the old 30s fabric, some tie-dyed fabric. This, how many of you guys know what a feed sack is? Psalm 146 said it's beautiful. You guys, these are pieces of fabric that are less than 2 inches wide. I took a piece of unbleached muslin. I cut them 6.5-inch blocks. On the other side, I drew a pencil line and I just started layering, flipping and sewing until I got the block sewn, and then I trimmed it and put it with the other. I did sew it with a 1/4 inch seam. Maria Graham knows what a feed sack is. Well, back in the days, when my grandparents were sharecropping in North Carolina, they grew tobacco and cotton. I when we used to go down there, my sister and I, they were growing cotton. They were doing cotton, I think, when my dad was down there. I'm trying to think. You pick bacca and you something cotton. There was a term that my grandparents and my cousins used to use. Oh, you prime bacca. I guess that's when you cultivate it and take the leaves off. You know what a feed sack, Francesca, is. So this little green and white is a vintage, like a 1930s feed sack when they made them out of cotton. And it wasn't mine. I found it in a secondhand store and I bought it and I cut it up because I wanted it to go in here. Psalm 146 is greeting everybody. She's making dinner and she's listening. So this block has a lot of some of that really old fabric in it. And one of the my friends that lives in my building, her aunt, her great aunt, is the one who taught me how to put the fabric sandwiches together to make a quilt. And some blocks I found in a secondhand store here in Connecticut. So these have feed sack in it. They've got African fabric. Uh, T Nog's friends, back to our roots, Cheryl Swoop and her husband are buying property, they say on their channel, and I believe Senegal. And over there, you can buy it in 50 acre lots. My cousin, my cousin Larry, Sissy, you didn't know that. Larry's wife is buying 50 acres over there. And of course, I asked her to bring me some fabrics back when she comes, and I will pay her for them. So this is a very detailed, this is the way that our grandmothers would have sewn them together with little bits of fabric. Those of you who were able to buy yarn, yeah, you string tobacco. My sister Joanne did some when we went to North Carolina in the summers. Daddy wouldn't let me do it, but I had other chores. Mine was to take care of my younger brothers and sisters and to help in the kitchen. But my sister Joanne said that well, we won't tell the whole story about that, but the man didn't want to pay her, and my dad had to have a reckoning with him. So, for those of you who have yardage and were able to buy fabric by the yard, the fabric that you buy by the yard is, you heard me say Auntie Joanne. She's in the TV. So most of you who are able to buy yardage, this is not 42 inches, but these were two and a half inch, 2.5 inch strips that I hand cut. Most of them were 2.5 inch strips. Some were not, but I took some fabrics that I had a couple of weeks ago and I cut them, and then I just sewed like a bunch of dark strips together until I had a strip that was, say, 10 and a half, 11 inches. If you cut your fabrics 2.5 inches wide, you'll come out with an even amount. And when you sew five of them together, you'll get a block that's 10 inches, right? And you can mix and match it with what they call layer cakes that are pre-cuts. Okay, so to make this block, I was trying to show how I made the blocks for this bag. I just sewed them all together. So this one was actually 2.5 inch strips. These were different size strips. I just kept sewing them until I got to 10 and a half, 11 inches. So these were 2.5 inch blocks. I mean, 2.5 inch strips. I sewed down the whole strip. When I got to the next one, the first one I would sew from the top to the bottom, the next one bottom up, next one top to the bottom, like that, until I had, let's see, one, two, three, four, five. So yeah, I sewed five strips and it made like a 10-inch block. Then I put these together. So I put all the light blocks together, then the dark ones together. Joanne said she stopped stringing tobacco when that guy wouldn't pay her. Daddy had to go see him prior to coming back. Hello, Mr. Hershey from Auntie Joanne. He's at the door looking at Auntie Joanne. So if you sew all the blocks with the light colors together, and then you sew all the strings with the dark ones together, you cut them up and you get 10.5 inch blocks, 10-inch blocks. So then you take the light ones going in one direction, all the light blocks were sewn going in one direction, and they were cut, and we laid the dark ones going sideways. Then you cut those across, and hey, Tori's brain, thank you for coming and welcome. I saw you guys. So this is what you saw on that bag, but there are no two patterns alike. It depends on how you twist and turn the light squares and the dark squares. I did this one so that I could show you guys. Everybody saying hello to Tori's brain. Hello, mother, in the bushes. My mother's probably watching on her TV. On her TV. So this is what it looks like when you group all the light ones together. It doesn't have to be in the center. You can put the dark ones in the center. These were just some strips I already had. Maria Graham saying, hello, mother. Donzel. Oh, Donzel, these are going to be table mats. These little ones. And my next giveaway, probably for Christmas, I will be giving these away. But I did this during one live, sewing these strips together. I cut them and put them together. But then I want to show you when you don't put the lights and the darks. These are the same exact fabrics. These are the same exact fabrics, except for the black and white one that you saw in the last piece. And you see what happens when you mix and match them and turn them every which way. So these have the dark fabrics going in different ways. And I put a little strip down the middle just because these didn't look good right next to each other. So I put a little strip of unbleached muslin in them so that you can see. So you can see there are 4 blocks on this side and 4 blocks on that side. So that's how you mix and match blocks to make something. Yeah, the strips are easy. You just sew them down, cut them, twist them, put them back together. Now the little blocks like this is a lot of work. This is a labor of love. I'm only doing 2 of these a week. Auntie Joanne Stevens has just started making quilts and she was hand sewing her blocks. But now that she's got that beautiful machine out, maybe she will do some of these other ones because she really. Oh, you like this? I have to tell you guys a secret because the bottoms are the same. And you know what these are? After this, you guys, I'm tired. And I'm going to see mom in the morning. I'm going to get my hair twisted. And I have to cook. And we have to leave here 8 o'clock in the morning to get to mom's house by 9 because to get my hair done. So I'm going to bed after this. These are pajamas. These are some fancy pajamas that I got for my birthday. So I am I will be ready. I will be ready. So, how many of you are ready to see me with the Cricut? Well, how many of you, first of all, let me talk to you guys a minute. How many? I've got 3 devices running, you all. I'm fancy. I'm saying Nana. I'm saying Nana. I just finished talking to my, as of today, 29-year-old grandson. He has such a deep voice. And you say, Nana, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. He could do voiceovers or something. It's always a pleasure to hear your voice. And guess what I asked him? I asked him, Bakari, because he's one of the members of the Friends and Family Club, if those of you would like to support the channel so that I can continue to send gifts out that I make. Oh, you're going to see in 2 seconds, Shay Shay, my first project. We're doing it tonight. And a few minutes, I've got my iPad over there on the Cricut, and I have something pre-cut out. I mean, pre-set up. So for those of you who are new, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick and all of her furry family. Oh, so I asked Bakari on his birthday. I'm supposed to be giving him a gift. I didn't send him anything yet. I think what I'm going to do, because next week, if you guys stay tuned and come back, I will be taking out my embroidery machine, my single head embroidery machine. I will take that out on Thursday and I will show you. I will probably make a label because I need some labels for myself. I have received some labels from Unbiased LLC. I've received some, and those were leather, so fabulous. I don't want to use them on just anything. I received some leather labels from Crafty Leo. So there's no reason I can't make my own. I've had my Cricut brand new in the box. I did an unboxing Thursday with all the toys I didn't even know I had. And then after the live, Dolores called me, and I went in the file cabinet that's beside where I sew, and I had merch already to be designed upon. We're going to go see that in a minute. So, without further ado, I will go over and show you. I'm looking because I'm trying to figure out how to get all these things turned around by my with my little old 75-year-old self, you guys. And it's what I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining, dear Lord. I'm just talking to my family. It's not easy, like walking and stuff to get to the mailbox. And my mother's quilt was like 15, 20 pounds. You have to go up 4 steps, there's a landing, up 3 more steps, there's a landing. You have to swing a door open, go in a little something, I guess a fire door, then go in another door carrying stuff. Mind you, I've had a hip replacement and 2 knee replacements in the last 3 years. It's not easy. I make it happen, or I get some help. I wait until I do get some help. So, oh, well, first, before I go over there, I want to tell you guys there are so many things that you can do with a Cricut cutter. A Cricut is a cutting machine, it doesn't print. It can print, I think, on some cardstock. Psalm 146 and Mike's Chaotic Gardening said, Auntie, get a bunch of cardstock. But you guys, what you didn't know is that when I had my own business and when I was in consulting, I did a lot of reports and I made my own cards or things on cardstock. I have reams of paper in different colors that I can make cards on. So I will be doing that, but that's not one of the things that makes me happy. As many of you who've been following me and know, you guys keep me so busy doing so many things, and I want to keep you all engaged and excited. Above that green screen are 4 black hampers. They're filled to the top with 60 finished quilt tops that I need to get down, send to the long armor. It takes money, so I'm going to have to sell some merch to do that. I'm going to design the merch online. I have my logo. That's my logo that you see up in the right hand corner of the screen, GQuat Traditions. But that's a lot to pick out. What I will probably do is just make a small piece that says GQuat and 3 purple hearts, because those of you who have known me for the last 10 years, or when I came on YouTube and I was legally blind, I couldn't see where I was writing in the chat. And at that time, I think it used to irritate people. Oh, she's coming in here. She's just doing that for attention. No, you guys, I was legally blind. With, the people you see walking around with the white cane, that was me. I had that long white cane. I still have it. It's in the room. I don't need it anymore. I have 20/20 vision in my right eye. I'm totally blind in my left eye. Not good for walking up and down steps with boxes and your cane, Mr. Hershey, all that stuff. Okay, so I'm going to put my Be Right Back commercial on so I can step over to the machine. Got it. Okay, so now because I'm going to do mixed media, because just paper would make me happy, Shay Shay asked me what Auntie Ellen is going to be doing. So, a couple of things I want to show you guys. I didn't want to put up the heat machine. Look at the stuff that I've gotten. I didn't just buy it. I must have bought this stuff. So thank you. I must have bought this stuff when I bought the Cricut. And the Cricut was back there. All of this is a separate room. You just can't see it, the depth of it. And it's about 8, 9 feet by 10, 12 feet. I'm sitting outside there because it's all filled up with my other art stuff. So this is a big mug. And yes, you can put an iron on vinyl heat transfer vinyl. It's called HTV. And by the way, iron on vinyl is what Cricut calls their vinyl. The other one is called heat transfer vinyl or HTV, and you can buy it pre-printed. So this, I know where I got this. This came from the Dollar Tree because I was going to put my logo on it. So like when Nikki and them are cutting up, I have my mug and it will be like this. This is actually embroidery. This is actually digitized embroidery. And I do have it on a disc for my embroidery machine that you can't quite see over there. So this is one of the things that I will be working on, and some merch. I'm going to put this over here. And since I saw you guys, this is a let's get started. Stop, Hershey. So I'm going to figure out how to do it. And I do have a heat press. A heat press. It's a pretty big one. I think about 12 inches by 12 inches. But Shay Shay. So I went through this. Oh my goodness. Let me take you guys back. So putting my Cricut together, I was following the instructions, and this is a Cricut Explore Air 2. They have many, many different models of Cricut. This one's a pretty big one. Had never been open. It was a Cricut Air 2, whatever I just said. And I took it out of the box. It has a blue mat. What I found out, for those of you interested in Cricut, that the blue mat, the green mat, the purple mat, the blue mat is for cardstock. The purple mat is one that I will be using because you can cut fabric on this thing and on the Cricut, and you just change the cutting blade. So I called the company yesterday because I had a problem. It wouldn't take the commands to put the Cricut 2 in there. So it told me to connect it with the cord from my computer to the Cricut. That didn't work. Then they told me to try Wi Fi. That didn't work because I didn't have the name of the device that I was using. So, anyway, they walked me through it and I did print something out. So, I'll keep this here in case I need it. And my bell. I just want to thank each and every one of you, the 16 of you who are in here. Then because I will have merch available, and I don't have the thing that you put under here for the heat press. I don't think. So I can put GQUAT across here and at least one purple heart. So this is some of the stuff that will be coming to you, Shay Shay, from Auntie Ellen. I bought like my colors for my channel will be purple and blue turquoise. So I had pre-purchased some blue, and I said, well, I don't know, all the guys may not want those. So I have bandanas that I will put G-Quad in. Me when I'm in the garden, I like to cover my hair. I don't want the bees to think that I am a flower just because my hair smells good. But what I had planned on doing today, I bought a bunch of these bags, but they're so small and I don't know what this material is. So I don't want the big heating machine to melt this. But guess what I found out? That the regular iron on vinyl, you can just use a regular iron. So that being said, I'll show you what I'm going to use after I do this. But I'm showing you all these things, you guys, to show you if this 75-year-old woman can do this, you guys, you guys can fly to the moon because it's not easy for me. I can't even remember words like community garden I was trying to say when I was sitting on the other side of the room. Maybe I'm getting more fresh air over here. But I had this in here. I can put I can print something on the vinyl bigger. Shay Shay says facts. Just keep living, you guys. Just keep living. I don't know any 75-year-old that's such a busybody like me. I should be sitting there eating my yogurt or cookies or like little Miss Muffet eating her curds and whey. I have, for those of you, the mods for sure will be getting some of this stuff. So I have some of these aprons. So I will have GQuat aprons, and I can either put the vinyl up here, put my logo up here, and you guys can too. Is a hair dryer hot enough to heat an iron-on transfer? I don't know, Darth X, but when I was buying toys for this is a downsized studio. I also bought a air gun that gets pretty hot that you can probably cook meat with it. So I have a couple of these in tan, and I know I must have gotten about a stash of these in black because this, when you're popping grease and stuff and barbecuing, it will show. I know that I have black ones, but what I want to show you guys is this little pressing board that I made. Now the top is denim. It's actually upcycled denim that I made, and you see my little decorative stitch up here. I didn't know it, but I had somebody helping me today. I had an aide come in and help me. And she said, "Oh, you did this?" I said, "Yes, because it has little hearts on it." I did it with a different machine. I bought that machine. It was a brother just because I misspoke. I said it had 180. No, it had 100 decorative stitches. So I bought it just so that I could use the stitches. I never used more than 5 or 10 of them, and it was always getting caught up. It wouldn't sew in through thick things. So I want to show you how I made this. And this will use a regular iron. I have a smaller iron. There's a small iron that comes with some of the Cricuts, I understand. I didn't get that one. I got the regular heat press that's about this size. How did I make this? You guys, you can buy these. You can buy these at the dollar store. I actually buy them in gross. This is an 11 by 14 board. This one is only about 14 by 14, something like that. It was a painting canvas panel that I had. And I wrapped it around with 2 layers of cotton batting, and then I just sewed a little sleeve on. And I made that one because if you look, I didn't want to take my sewing machine down today, you guys, because I want to show you a project. So I can leave this right here, and I can iron even with a big iron. So I'm looking at the time. But just let me show you something, you guys. I'm so excited. Oh, I have the Wi-Fi, so let me. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the other camera in front of the Cricut. Did I add it? Ta-da! So I repurposed another table and it's right in front of there. But let's see if we can do cardstock would be the quickest thing to do. Oh, I have some vinyl over there and some cardstock. Let me see if I can share the screen and start it. Share screen. Two monitors. Okay. Share screen. Uh, Select a tab to share. Okay. So I want to do a window. Okay. Well, maybe I don't want to do a window because you guys can't see that little janky thing. Maybe I can do the entire screen. Okay. So, I can cancel this one because I think you guys can see it. So I'm over there, and now because you guys, I feel like I'm in a circus. I need to get to, hold on a second. I want to minimize this screen. I don't know what I'm doing. So I need to open the screen that actually has my Cricut app on it. So I've got three cameras going, three things. I'm trying to open let me go up here and, huh. Okay, hold on, you guys. I'm trying to figure this out for the first time. So if I cut StreamYard down, what'll happen if I go out of here? I might cut myself off. So you have a Cricut.
Hey, can you hear
Oh,
me?
yes, very loud. Yes,
What you have to do is click screen the present button on StreamYard
yes.
and then click screen share.
Okay, but I want to, I don't want to, okay, I did
And then
that
you go
one.
to window.
I did, but I wanted to, I did that one before and it came up, but I want to, I was trying to get to the file that's under here so that I can talk to the Cricut from the same computer.
You talking about the
So,
Cricut app, right?
yes, I don't
Yeah,
know
so
how to,
that's how you would do it. You go to present, you go to screen
wait,
share,
wait, 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 wait. Okay, present, share screen.
and then go to
Okay,
window,
go to what?
window.
I don't see that.
It should say tab, window, entire screen.
Okay, wait, let me try something else. Okay, okay, I'm over there now. Uh-oh, where'd she go? Also,
That was me.
share.
That was me. You're gonna choose the
Okay,
window.
okay, but it's real loud. I don't know if it's real loud to them. Okay, gonna do the window.
Yes, ma'am. And then you're
Okay,
going to, and then you're going to choose the Cricut app. Your Cricut app is open, right?
That's what I was trying to get to. Yes.
Yeah, so it should be open. So what you do is you go down to the bottom of your screen, and you can
Okay.
minimize. You can minimize the
Oh.
stream. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I see you guys. I'm working with all these toys. The kid, the little kid that's got too many toys. I'm the old lady with too many toys. I'm the elder with too many toys. Too many toys. Okay. So let me see if I can find. Oh, there's the Cricut app. Oh, you guys, we're doing it. And I'm sharing it with you. Can you guys see this? Or no?
No, you open the app, but now you have to go back to StreamYard and open it where they can see the screen and go back.
You act like I know how to do all that. Uh,
So go
you
back
go.
go back to StreamYard.
Okay. So how do I. StreamYard is back here.
Uh-huh.
Nope, that's something else I want to close. Okay. So I guess I closed that because it was under the bottom. So you guys, we're doing it. Can you guys see? Can they see this?
No, it hasn't popped up in the guest. What you have to do is go to present, go to
Oh, oh,
screen share.
wait, wait, wait. You act like I know how to do all this stuff. Okay, now how am I gonna? I got the Cricut app up. Okay,
And then you're supposed to click it where it
click.
says window. Where it says window, you're gonna click the app that you want to choose, and then
Wait,
click
wait,
share.
wait. You're going too fast. Maybe I won't do this today because I can't do it that fast. And I'm seeing the intro, outro, YouTube intro. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna close that. Okay, hold on, you guys. I don't know if they can hear me even. Okay. Hush, Hershey. So, I don't know. I'm getting frustrated. I think I'll just close this down. I'm just trying to show them this one. I don't know how to get back to the window with. Wait, let me try one more thing. This. I'm closing this. I don't know what they're saying. I'm closing this. And
They see you in the Cricut, and hold
uh,
on, just
okay,
for an example, because you can't pull it up.
Hershey, stop. Okay, I'm going to try one last thing. Okay, so there I am. But now, okay, you guys, hold on. Thanks for bearing with me. Choose what to share. I want to share the entire screen now.
You would want to specifically choose that window where it's Cricut. If you do the entire screen, that's what it does. Be multiple
Okay,
windows in one.
okay,
So you
so
would go to the top.
okay, but Dolores, you got to slow way down. I can't follow when you're going 100 miles a minute, and I only have one eye. I can't even see it. Okay, so I'm going to the window, and I push share or no, that's not what I want to share. I want to share Cricket. Oh, I did it. I think. I don't know what the heck you guys are seeing. So, okay, so I see this one. I guess I can click on this one. I did it. I did it, Nikki. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, Dolores. Okay, so this is, well, as long as you guys can see the screen, but now I don't want to stop sharing. I want to go to the bottom and tell it to print. Oh, you see me and the cricket? Okay, but I'm trying to get to the app. Oh, wait, here we go. I'm trying to get to the app. I'm moving things around. Just a second. And I don't have a mouse. I'm using my fingers. So thanks, Dolores. I think I can go to the bottom here. And I'm trying to pull up the Cricut and start it. Okay. Well, okay. So, okay, so I'm going to take all this off because it's too much. It's too much. Okay, you guys. So, I'm going to take all of this off, including my headset, and through the magic, of okay, you guys. So, through the magic of video vision, I will show you what I printed out. What you're looking at uh, are these lips when you guys were in the dark that I printed out. And this is cardstock. This is cardstock. And because that's okay, try later. So I'm going to show you this because I'm going to do a mixed media collage and I'm going to make, I don't know if I put this real close. If you can see the holes in here. Oh yeah, now you can see it. These little holes. So I need to try to pick these out. Pick these out. It's called weeding. So I'm cutting out, maybe if I do it this way, I'm cutting out these, it's hard to see black. So I'm cutting out these little lipstick cracks in the lips. Because I love each one of you guys. And I'm sending kisses. So I don't know if you're supposed to use your fingers to help. Can you see where I'm picking out the holes? So I'm weeding the lips that I just printed out. I'm with my weeding tool. And you see the lips, the cracks are coming through. So I'm weeding out these little things, and this is on cardstock, not vinyl, because I didn't want to have to heat it. So these are some cracked up lips. These are like my lips in the wintertime, you guys, here in Connecticut 6B. I know you can't see my face, but I was trying to show you the lips that I printed on the Cricut. How about them lips? How about that? How about that? How about that? But it looks 3D. You can buy a light board if it's hard for me to see or get a light source. I have a light board, but it's built into my architect's table. It's built into the architect's table. So you guys, I have all this stuff in here, but I just need to figure it out. I can see it a little bit. So now what I realized was this. So I have a measuring, this has measurements on it. This is a fabric postcard is supposed to be 4 inches by 6 inches. So this piece of lips are 4 inches wide and just a little bit smaller than 6 inches. So I want to make this into a fabric postcard and send it to one of you guys because you watch me make my first thing. You watch me make my first thing. So this is a little case, you guys, that I use. Auntie Joanne actually bought it. It had other stuff in it, but I used it for my postcard making things. And I will be making a collage. What is a collage? It's a mixed media. So whole case, this whole case, for those of you who want to do different things in a compact area, this whole case over here, this has my postcard stuff that I have started. So let's get a postcard back out. And for any of you who want to make fabric postcards, I do have videos on how to make them. We will be making some for Christmas and other things. You see this one, these I have pre-made. You already see they have Christmas fabric. This was just a sample size. So I'm going to find this already pre-made and we're going to put the lips on it and make a fabric postcard to send to one of you guys. So I have these pre-made already and I'm going to get these out. You know, when I tell you about the 15 minutes a day, this is what you can do. So I already knew that this would probably fit on there, and it does. Here's a mailer because guess what? One of you uh, will be getting this in the mail because I'm going to do an on the spot Saturday giveaway. Everybody else does pop ups and other stuff. I'm going to do a pop up giveaway. So, are you guys still with me? So, what I'm going to do is take these lips and I'm going to round this piece of paper. And see, that's the fun of being a mixed media artist or doing whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you like. So I'm just roughing this up a little. Who wants to get a fabric postcard tonight? And see, this is something I can handle myself. Actually should not be using these because I have my old pair from high school when I used to sew right in here that I saved just for postcards. Okay. So, you guys, I'm going to get a glue stick. I'm going to, our treasured home would like to. Hey, Nancy, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So, I'm just going to trim this. Oh, guess what? Um, so I'll do it later. I'm going to put something on here, and whoever wins it, I will put it in the mail to you. I'm going to trim this just a little bit. When you make these fabric postcard, these collage postcards, and some of them can be quite thick. They can be quite thick. So I'm going to glue the lips I just printed out on the Cricut. And guess what? We're going to put some lipstick on them lips. How about that? So Shay, to answer your question, we're making a fabric postcard collage. And you guys, if you want to make a postcard that can be mailed at the post office, the legal size is 4 inches by 6 inches. I had already pre-started these. Why? Because like when I do my 15-minute challenge a day, I'll get some of these ready. Today I had a friend over. We worked on some of these, getting key fobs ready for Christmas. So this says postcard. This would be the back of the postcard. So now we are going to work on the front. So what am I going to put these on? I want to put a piece of fabric on here. A piece of fabric on here. Okay, so now I have some pieces of fabric here. And this is how you put things together. You just do a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Oh, beautiful. So here's some fabric I've already pre-cut. Why? Because that's what I do my 15-minute challenge. So here are some butterflies. Oh, this is going to be so cute, you guys. And there's some purple on here. So I'm going to take my snips or some other scissors and I'm just cutting the stray out. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put this butterfly on here. And then I don't know, are these lips too big or these lips? Which one? Okay, this is number one. Song said it works now. She's going to try to get back in. Okay, these are lips number one, and these are lips number two. Oh, but guess what, you guys? I just noticed I missed a part of the 3D on the lips. I didn't weed it out. So now the lips, you see the light on the top and the bottom. You want one, Auntie? Maria Graham is bad. Everything. She'll be texting me as soon as I hang up. As soon as I hang up. Okay, but the thing of it is, Maria, you can do all the stuff that I do. You guys, I know, it's just that it came from somebody else. So, what I'm going to do here, because there's so many different parts, I'm going to show you the power of a mixed media collage. So, I don't want this to ever come out or they're beating it up in the mail. So, I'm going to decide this is the top of this one. This is the top of this one. So I'm going to sew them together. So I'm just using a glue stick just to hold it a little bit. Oh, this is going to be so cute. Somebody's going to get this tonight, tonight, tonight. So just to hold this down, I'm going to, oops, okay, turn myself around and I'm just going to stitch around it. Not even a zigzag stitch, just a little straight stitch. No zigzag stitches needed. No zigzag stitch is needed because I've already made it cute with the pinking shears. They're not um, they're not paying me. I call them zigzag shears. They're called pinking shears, but somebody wanted to correct me in the chat one day, but they call them zigzag shears. In my day, they called them pinking shears. That was 60 years ago? No, 70 years ago. I've been sewing forever. And by the way, when you mail these fabric postcards, right? You take them to the counter and you ask the postmaster to hand cancel it. So this can be pretty thick. It can be pretty thick. And it's not going through the regular machines, so they can just hand cancel it. Hold your comments 1 second, you guys, and I'll look up. I don't want to sew my finger. Okay. And like Shay Shay was saying, you can do so much with this. Why was I so hesitant to do it? Because I spend most of my artist time as a master quilter and dealing with quilts, and my studio space is limited, and I didn't want to keep moving. Actually, I couldn't lift and move all these things around. I can now. That Cricut, I was surprised, was pretty heavy when I took it out the box. So here's one side of the fabric postcard. Here's the other side. And and I will let you guys decide. You see this, you guys? These are pieces of fabric and jeans that I have pre-cut, and I put them in that little box over there. So when I want to do something like this quick, a quick gift. So, do you want the lips on this side? And I can put Love You, Auntie Ellen on it. Or our treasure home said, that's so cool. I'm just making it up, Nancy. I'll tell you a funny story. My great grandchildren, when we would ride sometimes from North Carolina to bring them back home to here in Connecticut, and they would be in the back seat, and they say, Nana, tell us a story. I'm also Nana. Okay. So when you make your postcards, I want to show you one thing, you guys, and you sign it. So I'm going to put made. Sorry, it's upside down. I probably put too much because I wasn't paying attention. Made by artist Ellen Pankey. So that's your own little copyright when you do that, you guys. So I like it like this. And I want to put this on here. So this is the fun of doing your own art. Let me get a paper towel so I don't get this all over everything. So this side looks, nope, there's no more to weed out. I've weeded most of it out. So I'm going to use my handy dandy glue stick. You can use any kind of glue you want. I have several kinds of glue. I have glue that I use for beads, glue that I use for wood, glue that I use for, but all that's not necessary. My first love. So I'm going to put the kiss of life on here. What is this little piece sticking on? Okay. So I'm using this to put this down. But am I going to leave this like this? Oh, no. Why? Because I'm an artist, y'all. And I have my handy dandy paint. And what I'm going to do is put some lipstick on her. So these little tiny things that I just weeded out, I'm going to paint them red. Why? No reason why. I just felt like it. I actually miss. So this is fun, you guys. If I were quilting, they would call this improvisational because I'm improvising. But it's part of the creative process. And that's what make this. Now, this is a Cricut pattern, these lips. But how many people printed them out and then colored them? All right, you guys. And, okay, so I'm going to put thanks up here. And you can use whatever type of pen or marker. I'm going to put thanks for your love and support. Hold on, you guys. I'll look up in a minute. Auntie. The only thing is, these permanent markers don't come with any purple. So, look tonight. Look what we made. Looky here. Oh, I think it's so cute. Okay. How many of you guys like it? Put a 2 in the chat if you like it. And now we are now I don't know. Let's see. I'm not going to make this difficult with the spinning wheel and trying to open all those windows again. So I could stop this one, remove that one, I think, and this one, the 2. Aha, congratulations, 222. Okay, so somebody put in the chat because this is going to go out tonight and we're going to make this real easy, real easy. You guys, you see, Juanita Campbell, thank you. Unbiased, beautiful work queen. You did an awesome job. Thank you. And thank you for the vinyl that you and Crafty sent me because you guys, this Cricut too would still be in the box, unopened. Well, it wasn't in a box, it was in that case. But Unbiased knew that I had it. She kept calling me, Auntie, when are you going to open it? When are you going to open it? And then I didn't know that I had any vinyl, but apparently I had some little kit that came with it, along with a little pressing pad and some other stuff because I bought this stuff 4 years ago and never used it. So this postcard, all y'all in the bushes can come out if you want to win the postcard, but the people who've been here said no, stay where you are because they want to win it. Okay, so we're going to pick a number like Mr. Arthur Bambitt does it from pick a number from there were 16 people from 1 to 20. 1 to 20 and I'll put start in here. Oops. Can't spell start, huh? START. Should have been all caps. But I'll put it again. START. Whoa. Oh, I'm going to have to pick another number because I was showing, I think I showed it. START. So the first person that I see pick a number from 1 to 20. 1 to 20, you guys. 1 to 20. And I will fill this out to you today. Keep going. Actually, let me look in here because I see more numbers in here than I can. Okay, and the number has to be after where I put start in, where yellow. So if you put it in before that, put where the yellow Garden Quilt and Art Show says start, put the number in now. Okay, stop. 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 Wait a minute. Go in the comments. Oh, thanks, Psalm. Guess who won it? And the number was on this janky piece of paper. The number is number 19. And Psalm 146, I know I've sent mail to you before. If you email me tonight at ellenpankey at gmail.com, let me put the banner up there. Okay. ellenpankey at gmail.com. And this will be going out to you on Monday. And it will be dry. So isn't that cute, you guys? You see how you can take whatever you have and make it whatever you want. There's no rules. Hey, Sister Vanessa, my Renaissance grandma. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody's saying congratulations to Psalm 146. So I know this looked like shark lips, right? But I'm still going to do something with it. We don't throw things away over here. Over here. These Posca pens are actually like oil pens and they will write on anything: wood, cloth, paper, cards. I do have a lot of card stock that I can make stuff, fabric. So do your own thing. Do what you love what you do. So I want you to hold on For those of you who are here on the replay, please leave a message. If you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, and we'll be doing some really great things. Okay, so Thursday coming up, I will have the embroidery machine set up. I don't know how if I'll be putting one of these up, but I have lots of and lots and lots of embroidery files I will put up, or I need to make some labels, as Unbiased and Crafty told me. And we ain't making you no labels, Auntie. You got the stuff. You can make your labels, Auntie. Put on your big girls and make your labels. Mother, I love you. Egoamote. So, if you guys hold on for the outro, and thank you for holding with me. Oh, wait. I almost missed your message. Um, so Psalm 146 is passing her gift on to my nieta. In Espanol, nieta means granddaughter, Unbiased LLC. So thank you guys. I'm glad that you stayed on, and I would have missed it if I had rushed off. So hold on for our cute little outro. Okay, Fran. Okay. Wait till you get my age, you all. You won't be fast at it either. So thanks, you guys. Good night. What is this stupid thing?